to interact with my colleagues who are in the field. And I am proposing, a different kind of pattern to be followed by pharmacy, especially in the undergraduate and graduate and postgraduate education. Yeah.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. We want to introduce you to the participants. Please, because of
Okay. Yeah. I thought I'm late. You already introduced me.
No, we are not introduced yet, please.
Okay. That's nice. Yeah.
Good afternoon, one and all. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the fifth day session of EFDP titled Empowering the Pharmacy Educators with Technical and Teaching Skills. Now, I request Mr. K. Kishore sir to introduce Dr. Raghuram sir to the session.
వాయిస్ రావట్లేదు నీది వాయిస్ రావట్లేదు.
Dr. Raghuram Rao Garu is a renowned personality in our profession, having academic, administrative, and research experience. Simply, we can say he is encyclopedia of pharma profession. Presently, he is a director of K-Hub, Kakatiya University, Warangal, and he is the former director of NIPER, Mohali. Based on his outcome results during his tenure, he was forcibly invited to take charge as a director K-Hub, Kakatiya University. He has completed 11 national and international research projects. Under his guidance, 25 research scholars were awarded doctoral degree. He has guided more than 150 PG students. He has published more than 250 research works in national and international journals. He is a life member of several professional bodies. Few of them are Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India, IPA, IHPA, IPGA, ISTE. He is recipient of
వాయిస్ పోయింది. అడుగు చెప్పు. శిల్పిక వింటలేదు. వాయిస్ లేదు అనేది మళ్ళీ.
We welcome you to the session, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much for your kind words. Of course, calling me an encyclopedia is a bit exaggeration. But of course, from the last 4 decades, I am in the field. I completed my B.Pharm way back in 1979-80. And from then onwards, I worked in industry, I worked in institutions, I worked in research project as a postdoc fellow. I worked in so many places. Like I worked in Germany, I worked in Saudi Arabia. In a clinical setting, I worked in a researcher in different American universities also. Well, it's all well recorded. Today, in the light of the meeting where a large number of pharmaceutical educators, the faculty, are joining this program, I would like to present my views on the current trends and how best we may have to change them or adopt ourselves in the changing scenario of education. Friends, all of you know about the new educational policy which has come up and which has given a new perspective to the education. So taking that as a basis, how best we should adopt our pharmacy education to suit the objectives and goals of new education policy. That's what I would like to stress upon today. In fact, recently, when we had the National Educational Day, Pharmacy Education Day on March 6th, I was invited at several places, but in one of the a big gathering in Guntur, which they conducted at Anvesh 2024, I presented the same for the faculty members and researchers. And I would like to share a similar perspective with you people today. Can I have these slides? My slides are with the college. Can I have?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 1 second.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Vocational education is the future of pharmacy education in India. This is what I strongly believe. I don't know how many of you remember the word vocational education. I think the current generation of students, maybe faculty also, may not have heard about this. At one time, vocational education was the basic education given to Indian students. That means in every high school, we used to have a craft teacher, a drawing teacher, a music teacher, a dance teacher. In all college schools, we used to have that. And craft is the one which is very popular. In fact, craft means you at the very early age. That means, remember, I'm speaking about high schools. In the high schools, the teacher used to identify those students who are interested in carpentry, who are interested in, say, a plumbing work, who are interested in electrician work. So like that, at a very early stage, the students' talents used to be painters, dancers. This was part of our education in India. The concept has been drawn from our age-old system of education called as Gurukul education. The Gurukul pathway used to identify the persons with talents which are hidden talents and which will be exhibited by the candidate only when there is a opportunity. This is exactly the meaning of vocational education. So the hidden talents of the students have to come out of, we have to give enough opportunity to the student to show and exhibit his talent, and you should give an ambience in such a way that the talent is nurtured. The nurtured and that nurtured talent will go in course of time, he or she is going to become a specialist in the vocation of the person's choice. This is what the brief idea about vocational education. Well, today, our new educational policy has given, go to the next, the preamble. Next slide, please. I don't know whether I can manage. You have to, I think my friend has to help me. Yeah, good, thank you. The NEP 2020, that is New Educational Policy 2020, which is a revolutionizing to overhaul the education sector in India. This is what everybody felt. This is not my word, this is not my impression about NEP. NEP has revolutionized the concept of education. It tries to overhaul the entire sector and has the capacity to prove that it is a boon to pharmacy education as well. So the meaning of vocation is, well, the vocation meaning is, let me come back to vocation. Vocation means the profession. The profession that you choose, the profession that you practice, the way that you choose to live your livelihood. That's what is called the dictionary's meaning of vocation. In fact, it has been very, very systematically followed in several countries. And as I told you, in India also for a long time. But the reasons what we do not know, but that sort of education has been replaced now. A well-structured, let's come back to pharmacy education. How this new education policy, which is speaking about vocational education and which is speaking about reforms in our education pattern, and in that, how best we are going to change our education, pharmacy education, according to the guidelines given in new education policy. A well-structured curricular framework can establish pharmacy profession in India at par with developed countries. This is what is expected. This is what is envisaged through new educational policy. Let me tell you at the outset itself, I am going to speak about another 30-40 minutes, but I request all those who are participating in this particular program. Currently, I see about 82 participants in this Zoom program, and I expect your active participation, open questioning, open discussion, and please put your opinions as in the chat box so that my friends who are organizing this particular program will be able to act as a okay. Well, go to the next slide, please. Can I have the next slide, please? Am I audible? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. It changes, sir.
Yeah. Go to the, yeah. Kindly respond to this. Yeah. Now, let us see what exactly national education policy is going to say. It is striving policy of Government of India to revamp, please remember this word, revamp the educational system in India and is now under implementation at each level, including higher and technical education institutions in India. Well, this is what is going on. The policy which was released after Herculean exercise. Well, they took very long time to come out with this policy. I think about 5-6 years they have taken. After Herculean exercise of eminent academicians and discussions and deliberations thereafter, places a significant emphasis on nurturing the creative potential of every individual. This is what exactly the objective of national education policy. Please underline this word, nurturing the creative potential. Nurturing the creative potential. This is the one, this is the word, the word that we must remember about new education policy. Can we go to the next, please? Next slide, please. Taking this as the background, then the fundamental principle underlying this approach is that education should not only focusing on developing cognitive abilities, including the essential skills of literacy and numeracy. See, it is not only focus. Earlier, the so-called the focus on of our education is on cognitive abilities. And now it should also give the priority to the skills, the hidden skills, but also on higher order cognitive capacities such as critical thinking, problem solving. These are the attributes that the future education policy should give to the students. Critical thinking capacity, problem solving capacity, along with social, ethical, and emotional capacity.
తర్వాత కొద్దిసేపటికి అది చదివాను అంత వేడి ఉంది బయట.
Hello, kindly mute. Yeah, but also on cultivating higher order cognitive abilities such as critical thinking. What is critical today? All educationists are speaking about critical thinking and problem solving. Let me tell you, my friends, the policy that we have been following, the education that we are following, whenever we find some students who is a mediocre or less than mediocre, sometimes he goes to abroad, he becomes so successful that sometimes it's a very big surprise to us. Why? As a teacher, I had very many examples for so many years. So, as teacher for so many years, I have plenty of such experiences where our student has not been a very bright also, but whenever he goes abroad and takes up a different location, suddenly you find him to be very successful, very because the ambience that we have provided could not get that sort of critical thinking and problem solving abilities and his cognitive abilities, which could not be actually really could not be fully exploited. When he has got an opportunity elsewhere, a new area, new place, new opportunity. As I told you, these are the things that the Western and most of the European and American education system looks for, where your critical thinking ability and your problem solving ability and higher abilities of cognitive abilities are taken into account. And that's where they are getting shared. And now my proposal, or rather, this proposal of giving this particular presentation today is to improve this cognitive ability of the candidate, identify that, nurture it, and improve such independent thinking of critical questioning, critical, say, for example, approach towards the problems and problem solving abilities. These have to be taken into account, and we have to give them, the student, the opportunity to learn in our education system. Yes. Can I have the next, please? Yeah. The apex body, let's come back to pharmacy education. The apex body, which implemented uniform syllabus in PG and UG and PG programs, the Pharmacy Council of India in 2014 has given a uniform syllabus to streamline the academic content disparities. This was done around 10 years ago. Although it served its purpose, it has served its purpose. Purpose what? The academic disparities and several boards and examination bodies like universities and all that has been made into a common one, and to that extent, disparities have been removed. The contents are redundant as per the changing scenarios and skill enhancement. Although the syllabus has been made uniform, but still some of the contents are redundant now, because 10 years period is definitely, in today's world, we consider it as a 10 years as a generation. Generation sense, why I am calling it generation? Why people call it generation? Because the thinking abilities will change. The perspective will change. Because the 10 years is a period when there will be so many developments in the society. For example, 10 years back, free Wi-Fi is not there. Mobile was not very common. And today, anything is available, and students are able to, a child is able to perceive and use all these modern tools. So 10 years is a long period. So 10 years development, we call it a generation of development. So today, the contents are looking to be redundant as per the changing scenario and skill enhancement. Therefore, there is a pressing need to restructure the pharmacy curriculum following the guidelines given by National Education Policy, that is NEP 2020, to prepare technically proficient, ethically sound, skilled pharmacy professionals to cater to the needs of the dynamic pharmaceutical industry. This is what exactly the objective of this presentation. We have to take 10 years ago, streamlining is done, its purpose is served, but today it has gone a generation ahead. So this is the time that we have to identify what are the areas where we can change. Why? What's the requirement now? That is, we need technically proficient, skilled, ethically sound professionals to take care or to cater to the needs of very dynamic pharmaceutical. In fact, pharmaceutical industry is considered as one of the most dynamic, because as science is dynamic, being part of science, pharmacy and medical sciences are very, very dynamic. Then you have to cater to those needs. We require this particular change of restructuring of the curriculum. Well, this is one. Next, please. Well, way forward. How do we go forward? To achieve this objective of transforming, restructuring, and enabling the student to the new requirements or the current requirements, the present pharmacy curriculum into NEP 2020 compliant mode. Compliance. The compliance with what? The NEP, which has given the guidelines. The present proposal of vocational mode of education and training, VET. I am proposing VET. VET means vocational mode of education and training program. This has to be followed. VET is a time-tested mode of education. Please Google it. Wet. What is wet? You can see so many countries have developed by implementing wet model. And several European and Asian countries implemented to reap the benefits. This is what the benefit of wet. And this is a new proposal, nor I am proposing this on my own. No, this is time tested. The best example is the Chinese education, where wet has been followed for the last 50 years, and they have reaped the benefit of that. And today, in fact, China became independent after 2 years after our independence. In these last 75 years, they are just 73 years now after independence. But where are we? Where is China? There's an ocean of difference in the field, in all fields, especially in the scientific and pharmaceutical and medical field. There's huge development, which I personally take or suggest that the wet has given that boost to the education policy in these countries, many European and Asian countries, and best example is China. Next, please. Well, vocation means, as I told you, vocation means a strong desire or meaning for a certain career and course of action. A strong desire or leaning towards a certain career. What is career? The one that going to give you your earning, your bread. In other words, a strong feeling that you are especially suited to a particular job. That means you know that you are suitable to a particular job and are to fulfill a particular role in your life, especially one which involves helping other people. That is, through your practice of your profession, your practice of your passion, we are passionate about doing certain things. And that if you develop, then you are going to do your best. And that job will give societal advantage from your side. Taking China as an example, which has even surpassed USA in pharmaceutical growth as a sector. One of the key components of Chinese success story is the implementation of wet in their curricular aspects. Well, to go to the next place. Yeah. What is wet? The students are allowed to work in industry as part of their educational program. This is one important aspect. They get the benefit of real-time exposure, and the industry get the work done in an effective manner with the enthusiastic students. This is where exactly China industry, pharmaceutical industry, takes the benefit. How exactly? Let me explain to my colleagues at this point. In China, the proposal is to conduct their practicals of students in the nearest industry setup. That means students will be exposed to their practical classes in an industry setting. What does it mean? That means you are synthesizing aspirin in your class. A teacher is teaching in a practical class how to prepare aspirin from its starting material, acetyl salicylic acid, by acetylation of salicylic acid. Well, this is a simple acetylation reaction that we conduct in a practical class. And students will do it practically, and they will judge how a particular starting material is getting converted into its final product. This is what we teach in the practical class. Well, the same thing, if the student is doing in an industry, an aspirin producing industry, the student will go and do that particular conversion at an industrial scale, working with his hands, how a starting material is converted to product, doing the several steps of that as part of his curriculum. What is happening now? This is a win-win situation for both industry and academic. Win-win situation, how I'll tell you. The win-win situation is the Chinese government facilitates industry to start with the idea of a person, an entrepreneur, and they give the space, they give the infrastructure, ask him to do that. And most of the times, the government will take up the marketing of the product. Well, how they produce? They take the nearby schools, colleges, not schools, colleges, where this particular component is being taught. They get the practical done by students coming in batches and doing the practical work in a part of industry work. This is an ideal situation where the students work as a working force and they learn in the process. The industry gets its work done in the process almost at a throwaway price. What can students can be getting in the industry is their lunch or their some refreshments or something like that, and the work, the actual physical work, whatever work is done, almost free of cost to the entrepreneur. This is how exactly the Chinese product is 1/10 of an international price. You can understand. The product is taken by industry, by government, and they do. There is no marketing cost also for the person, entrepreneur. His only duty is to convert a starting material into product and give it to the government. In the process, he gets his share, and in this process, students are getting benefited, industry is getting benefited, government is getting benefited. This is what they have done. This system could be implemented by China in true spirit, of course, with an active government support in terms of its policies and incentivization to the industry and giving the necessary steps, necessary facilities to the students and industry. Then the thing is, this is the ideal win-win situation. Yeah, okay. I will come back to the question little later. The system could be implemented by China. I am giving just an example. Please remember, just an example for the benefit of your understanding. Please remember, only pharmaceutical system is sector. I am not speaking about only pharmacy. In this particular system, government has done for everything. A textile industry runs with a textile engineering course. A mechanical industry, a car manufacturer produce along with the mechanical. A building of the government or building of the thing is done by civil engineers. You can imagine any type of educational institution will have the final work. What they do is doing while they are students only, while they are studying only. And of course, they made it possible because of the active government support in terms of policies and incentivization. That is. As a matter of fact, VMT runs almost parallel to the conventional mode of education chair. Please remember, VMT, they made it as a parallel course of education. I'll come back to that. What is parallel? Next, please. The salient features of NEP. Let's go back to salient features of NEP. How we can club the both, which need to be implemented as under multiple entry and exit options, multidisciplinary components, language learning and communication skills. These are the salient features of NEP. I have given the example of Chinese education where WET is followed. I am coming back to the NEP. Multiple entry and exit options is one important component given in the new education policy. Multidisciplinary components. several disciplinary components. The student is free to learn. While doing pharmacy, he can learn computer science. While doing pharmacy, he can go to mechanical. While doing pharmacy, he can do personal management or material management or business management or marketing management. Language learning and communication skills is given a lot of priority. Practical and hands-on training. Everybody speaks about it. We know everybody speaks about hands-on training, which is required for skill development. Problem solving and critical thinking. As I told you, the very basis of new education policy is to given sufficient emphasis on problem solving and critical thinking pathway. Continuous assessment mode. Of course, we are already doing that. Continuous assessment, everyday assessment, and social connect visit. There is a typography. Social connect and field visits. These are components, 7 components, which is proposed for higher education and technical education as far as NEP 2020 is concerned. I can explain some of the components in the next few slides. Please go to the next. Yeah. Well, what is this multiple entry and multiple exit? Am I audible? Yes? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen some questions. Please keep it with you. Will get back at the end of this presentation. Yeah. The 4 years UGS program should be designed in such a way. Please remember, should be designed in such a way that the students entering into the program should have entry and exit option after each year of successful completion. Let me tell you, as teachers, as faculty, you must have understood, there were some personal exigencies also for people. They discontinue because of personal reasons, because of some family reasons, because of health reasons. They drop. They drop. The drop is drop. You don't get back because our system says that you have to complete in this many years your course, otherwise you are out of the course. But new educational policy offers that there should be an exit policy. Entry and exit is multiple. Not so far what we have a single entry. We have started a lateral entry. That is, for some selected students, we have come out with lateral entry. That's also single entry. Please remember, our system so far is a single entry process. If a student joins after 4 years, he is supposed to get his degree. Well, but now, can we think of this? Say, for example, certificate after first year with a stipulated time period of adequate training. After first year of BPharm, a person, if he wants, can drop. And with some stipulated time period for adequate training, you give a certificate. Vocation after first year could be admission to another course. What is the vocation that can be offered? He can go to another course of the candidate choice or work as an assistant pharmacist with an adequate training process and can return to acquire new skills and complete the program. Well, after working for a few years, when 2-3 years, maybe he had some personal problems, health problems, or maybe he has got some family.
Not audible, sir.
I joined back. Your presentation is not seen now. Please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, presentation. Yeah, the exit policy. Yeah, good. Thank you. Right. Then, yeah. Yes. Can I have the next, please? This is the what exactly. After 1 year, the student can complete first year and go back as an assistant pharmacist, or he can stay at home. He can go as I given already options. In second year, as we know, the diploma is for 2 years period. So a diploma may be awarded after 2 years of course completion, which qualifies the candidate to register as a pharmacist for practicing. Vocation is the practice of the profession of pharmacy as a registered pharmacist, can return to acquire new skills and complete the program. This is, after completion of this, the candidate can go back and complete that process. He can either practice, or after some time he can join in third year. That's what the multiple entry and exit policy is. So the candidate can go and join as a registered pharmacist to practice his vocation, or after some time he can come back to join in the course. This is what is called as parallel education. Parallel education means the person goes for practice and then after some time feels that he needs more skills, better skills. So he come back. That's what exactly. Of course, the regular education is also possible, but the choice is given to the student either to exit or enter. This will abolish the need of course, there is a problem here. This, if we practice this or if we start introducing this particular thing, then you may have to abolish the diploma in pharmacy courses, programs, colleges or programs, or they should upgrade to graduation. This will be a major challenge or change in the pharmacy academia, so that we should be prepared. A well-placed mechanism for institutions running diploma of pharmacy should be given for a smooth transition. Either they have to adopt, as I told you, either they have to upgrade, or other alternatives they have to choose. So this is how a uniform system, where after second year, they can exit, they can take an exit and continue as a profession and come back. Next please. Third, next slide please. After third year, an advanced diploma in pharmacy can be given. Maybe as per the subjects, and which can be a mandatory for industry and training. And vocation is they either join as an industry as a choice, or can return to acquire new skills and complete the program, maybe taking a break for the profession or a industry, after some time coming back for again into the mainstream to complete the program. Of course, we have the regular fourth year is the time for specialization, right? What I propose is the fourth year should be as it is now in the syllabus also already in the 7th and 8th semesters. There are the V Pharmacy course given by our Pharmacy Council of India. We have some specialization. Specialization offered by the institute depends on the strength and choice among a pool of subjects. Yes. This should be given in such a way that the type of ambience that you have in the college, the type of facilities that you have in the institute, the type of faculty strength that you have, based on that, from a pool of specializations, one has to take one of the specializations as your specialization for 4th year. This is what is proposed. So first year, a certificate program, second year, a diploma, third year, an advanced certificate program, diploma course, a diploma certificate, advanced diploma can be given, and the final year should be meant for specialization. The pool is to be made based on employability option. The institution will be free to choose based on the availability of experts and the availability of faculty, availability of the infrastructure, availability of your whatever options. So you can choose. This is what a multiple entry and exit option. So B.Pharm syllabus can be already we have opened for in the system, we have already that they opened that some subjects from other department, a biotechnology, a chemical engineering, a particular subject of chemical engineering, by a particular part of biotechnology, they can take it as an extra course and they can go for their profession. Next, please. Next slide. Please. Next slide, please. Yeah. Multidisciplinary components. That's what I just told. The current pharmacy curriculum already offers a variety of multidisciplinary subjects. The choice of multidisciplinary subjects or courses need to be enhanced in such a way that the candidate will be able to choose courses as per the student's choice, his passion, his interest, and current advances which are taking place. Marketing and sales management, biotechnology, biomarkers and genotyping, artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, robotics, advanced engineering tools for novel drug development and delivery. See, I'm just proposing these are the areas where the student may choose a topic of his choice at any point, and he can choose to learn. This is what exactly Pardon? Pardon? Is it okay? Hello?
Audible.
Yeah, somebody was commenting. I don't know.
Yes, somebody might be there.
Achha, okay, right. Thank you. Go to the next slide. Go to the next slide. This is what multidisciplinary components are. What we have seen, multiple exit and entry policy, multidisciplinary components. Next is language learning and communication skills. As I already mentioned, that this part is already taken care in the communication skills and language lab experience for pharmacy students, which may be strengthened further. In fact, say for example, during the language, a person has become passionate for his skills in language only. Let them drop and go and let them do their literary interest. And maybe after some time, if the student feels that he can come back, or he may go also. That is, the multiple entry exit option is really a boon, I tell you, which is hitherto not available at all. Well, emphasis may be made to take a foreign language. Yes, this is also a very important aspect. The knowledge in foreign language, learning of a foreign language can offer multiple opportunities. Well, practical hands-on training, practical and hands-on training. Pharmaceutical sector being highly dynamic and evolving now into totally machine-operated, robot-operated processes. In this context, manufacturing of drugs, to expose the student to such a facility is not only difficult, but also not viable sometimes. But institutions may collaborate with industry. This is where we need industry support. This is where we need government support. Government support in sense, government should. There was recently one seminar, one gentleman has proposed. Every industry he should be given an option to choose their institute of choice for collaboration. And every industry should have, according to their size and all that many institutions as partner institutions. This mandatory, it should be made mandatory. That's what somebody was telling. In fact, I like the idea. That means government support is like that. The China, in fact, I told you, with the active government policy support, that's what China has demonstrated. This is possible. This aspect needs to be comprehensive planning and execution. This aspect needs a very, very comprehensive planning and its execution in the best possible way. That's one. Next slide, please. Problem solving and critical thinking. This is what new education policy says. That is the critical solving ability. This can be inculcated in students by exposing them to real world situation. That's what I told you. You go to industry and do the things with your hands. Then you will understand where is the problem, how you have to solve it. Frequent interaction with persons in the field will certainly help. Examples can be teaching jurisprudence component by drug controlling authority. That's much, much superior because the person is in the field, he will do better, definitely justice to the subject, if at all a possibility is there. Manufacturing pharmacy, learning through a professional who is in that. Legal experts to share the experience in IPR and patenting aspects. Several such examples can be, or aspects can be, included to impart proper delivery and exposure to students. This is what exactly I meant in problem solving. So many examples can be given. I'm just giving a few of them and leaving it to your option, how best we can jointly make such an effort to make it into a very successful model. Next, please. Continuous assessment mode. It's already being practiced. These are the 7 components I'm telling you. Multiple entry exit, hands-on training, and then all these components, problem solving, critical thinking, and all these components, one by one, we are discussing. This is continuous mode of assessment is already there because you have to give their diploma at every level. Exit policy is there. That means you should be ready with your results. And for that, a proper and comprehensive evaluation is required. For that, the aspect of NEP is to reduce the burden on the students and make them free from final examination tensions. So for that, the current curriculum has addressed this problem to some extent. The PCI syllabus has given enough scope for that, but still needs to be made into more student-friendly. Well, next social loss component is social connect and field-based. I need not elaborate on this point much because we, as teachers, you know what is social connect. The component given under NEP calls for a regular social connect in all the activities of the students. It evolves to evolve as a responsible professional Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Am I audible now?
Audible, sir.
Hello. I'm
Yes, sir.
connected.
Audible. It's audible.
Hello, Vijay.
Yes, sir. It's audible.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. It's audible.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Vijay. Am I audible?
Audible, sir. Audible.
Yes. Hello.
Kishore, మీకు వినొస్తుందా?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. This is. Yeah. Okay. Social connect and field visits you have covered. It should be made into more taking these surveys and relevant aspects, industrial visits, vaccination or other public health activities may be taken up. This could be, of course, there are a lot of activities like that, social connect activities. I need not tell you much for a gathering like this, because you are already doing so many activities under NSS and so many activities. This is very important component under NEP to 2020 social connect. This is already, we have some of the components are already being covered under our policy, under our education program. But certain components, mainly those which are giving some advantage to the student to pick up the choice of his subject, the choice of his personal interest is important. Next, please. Yeah. I told these 7 components in a brief way and leaving it to discussion about the possibility of implementing this type of syllabus to suit the modern requirements, where some successful wet education policy has been implemented. You can take the suggestions from that and one can take it as a guidance, and we can certainly develop this particular aspect. I'm looking forward for your suggestions and discussions on this point. As I told you, this is only a proposal from taking the clue from the new education policy, how best we can implement in pharmacy education. This is what is presented now. I need your suggestions and your questions. I'll try to answer, and let us come out with a very viable, very dynamic type of which is towards skill development and mainly vocation building. That means a person should have his choice of vocation to his sustenance as well as for the societal needs. So I look for your questions now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable information.
The moderator has to now. Yeah.
We have few questions from our participants. Shall I go ahead, sir?
Hello.
Sir, we have few questions from our participants.
Hello.
Sir, am I audible? Sir?
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
I'm waiting for the moderator.
మేడం మీరు మీ మొబైల్లో మాట్లాడండి.
Hello.
Yes, sir. It's audible.
Yes. You please tell me what are the questions.
Moderator will ask that, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm waiting for.
So there are few questions, sir.
Yeah,
So
sure.
as per NEP 2020, interdisciplinary subjects play an important role. If
Sure.
this is the case, why the recruitments in private and government are focusing on specialized subjects?
Yeah. Why the specialized subjects? That means what? Pardon me, I couldn't get the word. The specialized?
Specialized subjects. I'll read out once again, sir. As per NEP 2020, interdisciplinary subjects play an important role. If this is the case, why recruitments in private and government are focusing on specialized subjects?
Yes, you are right. I agree with you. NEP has started now. The implementation is in the implementation stage now. Once, so far, say for example, the industry wants now. See, where do we get the NEP candidates? NEP implemented pharmacy program is there already? No, not yet. So the availability of candidates is through our earlier education policy. So that's why right now the recruitment they are asking for specialization. But in course of time, they will certainly change. Because our policy has been changed. Multiple interests, multiple subjects they are taking, and that policy will be implemented for the employment also. Once the students are coming out, once the NEP guidelines have been fully implemented in the education in general, I'm speaking about pharmacy education. These are not only true for pharmacy education, it is true for all sectors of education, all specializations, all branches of education. Understand? So now the current employment situation may be based on the earlier system. Earlier it says so far what is running on, what is going on. But now as we implement the NEP in pharmacy education, the things will change. Is it okay? You ask the candidate the candidate who has asked must tell that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So there is another question.
Yeah, please.
The content of the syllabus is same for both the semesters in a year wise, whereas teaching arts is less for the student to understand the subject by going through the books to compete for employment. So this is the question, sir.
Yeah, I understand that. See, the semester system and year-wise system, we are not speaking about that. The current system has some redundant, as I told you. 10 years back, whatever is implemented. Please understand like this. 2014, one system has been introduced. When the thought process must have started, the thought process of implementing or changing the syllabus started at least 2 years ago. At least 2-3 years ago, from 2011 to 14, they have struggled and they have come out with whatever thing. In 14, we have implemented. It is 24 now. As I told you, it is the redundancy is there in the syllabus. Definitely. You have to change it. That's what. See, as the candidate has asked a right question. Because there is redundancy in that. That needs to be removed. See, in the policy, in the framing of new syllabus, this has to be given its enough due, right? So the questions, such questions will continuously we have to answer, not only in this particular subject, in particular semester, year-wise, repeat and all that. No, we have to change that particular aspect. Accordingly. Next, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir,
No
from my side, one question, sir.
Okay.
I'm happy to interact with you, sir, after a long time through this. And then, as you said, diploma in pharmacy students, those who are discontinued first year diploma, can work as pharma aide or pharma assistant.
Right.
Okay. Whereas in case of the B pharmacy, if a student want to discontinue after completion of the second year, whether he is going to getting or is going to awarded with the diploma in pharmacy certificate or not.
Yes.
If not, how the person who is completed first year diploma in pharmacy student is eligible as pharma aid, and then after completion of the 2 years of course, same pharma aid, how can we justify?
No. Please think in a different way. There is nothing like diploma separate. B.Pharm syllabus will make it in such a way that after first year, the student will get a certificate for which the person gets as a pharmacy assistant.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. After this, if the candidate continued for second year also, or the person comes back after 2 years and joins second year, right? After 2 years of the course, you give a diploma.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then he is a registered pharmacist. As per the law now, he's a registered pharmacist. If he can continue, he will exit the B.Pharm course at second year and he will go for B.Pharm pharmacist. If he continues third year, you are giving an advanced diploma. Advanced diploma is not only pharmacist eligibility, but he can work in industry. And fourth year is totally specialization. So where is the confusion now?
No, okay, sir. That is my question.
I'm sorry. The problem is, what is the fate of the present diploma colleges? That's a big question. I told you already.
Yes, sir.
There should be a proper mechanism to either upgrade them or a better alternate. Right? What is your question again now? Can you?
My question is very clear, sir. The student admission into B Pharmacy and discontinued after 2 years. Whether
there is nothing like discontinue. Please.
Yeah. Okay. You want to drop
exit,
or else you want to go with the diploma in, whether he is going to get in diploma certificate.
Yes.
As gazette passed, that is my question. N number of the students were asking.
Yes.
Can I answer for you?
Yeah. Okay, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, myself, Dr. Y. Srinivas. See, as Gampa Vijay Kumar asked that after completion of B.Pharm, after completion of 2 years of course, whether he can get a certificate to start the medical store. I hope it is yes.
Yes.
Because
registered pharmacist,
the PCI has made one meeting at Hyderabad. In Mumbai. On 23rd, I hope, last month 23rd, there was a meeting in D.Y. Patel of college, D.Y. Patel Pharmacy College. They told that after completion of 2 years of B.Pharm, they can register as a pharmacist. But syllabus will be changed and they have a separate 6 months training for that.
Exact. I mentioned that. There is an adequate training period stipulated training period is mentioned. Without that, you cannot. But with that, diploma will be given. That's as usual, as already being. But the fate of the diploma college has to be now. That has to be decided.
So diploma course will be there.
Pardon, sir?
Diploma course will be there.
Yeah.
But after completion of 2 years of B.Pharm,
yes,
they are having an option of getting a certification.
Yes. Yeah, I think you answered the question.
Syllabus will also be changed.
Pardon, sir?
Even diploma syllabus will be same as that of B.Pharm for first year and second year.
Maybe. We have to see. Yes, we have to see. Otherwise, right now, sir, first year B.Pharm for diploma syllabus is not suitable for assistantship.
Yeah.
You are giving a certificate those who are taking exit at first year.
No, now they have removed that. There is no certificate for first year students.
Right now, it is not there. No,
not right now. Even after NEP 2020 also, there is no certification after first year. Shortly it will come.
No, sir. Exit policy is there. Of course, it proposed. It is proposed. It is proposed. That is, after first year, certificate. After second year, diploma. After third year, advanced diploma.
No.
Right?
In the syllabus, it has been mentioned, sir. In the
Ah.
proposed syllabus, it has been mentioned.
Yeah.
But in the last meeting, as I told you in Mumbai, DY Patil College of Pharmacy,
Okay.
they have removed that. First year, after completion of first year, there is no separate certification.
Option of exit. Option of exit is not. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to think of. See, sir, it is still in the, of course, in the discussion stage, right? It has not
Yes,
yet
sir.
come to. Yeah, we have so many options, so many things have to be thought of, sir. Not one, right? We educationists have sit together and we have to finalize something, and which is acceptable to, and which is the need of them, which caters to the need of them. Thank you for your.
Thank you, sir.
Any more questions, please? Any
Yes,
more?
sir, there is another question.
Yeah.
What is the reason for allotting marks for attendance as per PCI? This is a question asked, sir. What is the reason for allotting marks for attendance as per PCI?
I don't know, madam. I can't answer that question. Maybe the principal and the senior teacher who has just now, he has, maybe I request them to answer this question. I cannot, I don't know. In fact, this PCI syllabus for mathematics, I don't know, madam. I don't know about that. Maybe somebody in our group may answer this question.
Next, any questions? Dear moderator, if any questions from other.
Any answer is there, Vijay, with you about that?
Same
attendance
thing.
marks are given for attendance in mathematics. I don't know. I have not really never heard of. Maybe.
No.
Attendance,
Actually, PCI implemented 80% is mandatory for appearing examinations. In entire nation, it is I think 75% is minimum, and then 10% is continuation. And then minimum, if a student is having 65% is under medical grounds, is eligible. Whereas in case of the PCI structured, 80% is mandatory, and then there was no medical. That is no, there is no.
That's a general way.
General way.
Yes, but what is the mathematics? This thing I don't.
Yeah, it's okay, sir. And then my question is, you answered my question. It is, I'm very happy that the person who want to drop second year B pharmacy is eligible, and then he is eligible to register as a diploma in pharmacy registered, or we can say that grade
pharmacy.
Registered pharmacy. And then, but if he is eligible to register as diploma in pharmacy registration, then the syllabus of diploma in pharmacy and then first year B pharmacy syllabus was different. How can he justify his job?
That's what I'm saying.
We have to restructure.
That's what I'm saying.
We have to restructure the syllabus.
Yes, that's a big exercise. That's a big exercise.
Big exercise. And then if you are going to restructure in the syllabus, again, the industrial pharmacist, the person who is having in comparatively our pharmacy, Indian pharmacy is industry oriented is more. Indian industry orientation is more comparatively community wise pharmacist. Worldwide, everyone is look after only community pharmacy, but whereas our Indian syllabus is framed in such a way that which will suits for the industry pharmacy. Right now, whatever you have syllabus.
See, please remember this. Why that was there? Because in India, our pharmaceutical sector was in very, very early stages. Then people thought that we need skilled manpower for cater to the pharmaceutical sector to develop.
Yes, sir.
But today, the situation is like that. We must have two courses.
B pharmacy, pharmacy practice, B pharmacy industry.
Or that one option. Or from after second year, you choose their specialization. That is 2 years common. Next 2 years you make it. There is
Yes,
no
sir.
point in going for 6 years. I don't advocate this particular 6-year course. I don't know, maybe my personal opinion.
No, 6
Yes.
years is not. Myself.
Pharmacy course is there, no?
No, that is a community pharmacy purely which will cater the needs of
I am not
international
speaking about it.
community.
Please take it. I am not going to tell anything about. But that sort of deviation should not be there. That's what I'm saying. 4 years, and if you want further, you can give PG. PG is given, right? After I did not speak about M pharmacy at all. Remember, because post graduation is different totally. I'm speaking about vocational graduation program, right? Post graduation should be, in my opinion, it's a totally different thing.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah.
From my side, there is no question, sir. Moderator, you can ask if anybody any questions in chat box, or else we will conclude it.
Yeah.
One question from participant.
Speak only.
Why there is exit
can
exam
I-
for diploma? Why not
Sir?
for B pharmacy? Hello?
Yeah, please.
Am I audible?
No, sir. Please tell, sir. Please repeat.
Why there is exit exam for diploma in pharmacy? Why not for B pharma?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. What do you mean by exit exam?
Sir, for diploma, sir, for there is an exit examination for D pharmacy. And then in 2024, in October 13, they are going to conducting exit examination.
Now it is planned. Yes.
And now it is. But what about why it is not implemented for B pharmacy?
No. Please listen. Why it is not being implemented in India now? Right? You are saying that?
No. The question is implemented for diploma in pharmacy course, for diploma in pharmacy course. Why not for B pharmacy?
Okay.
It is required for B pharmacy also, no?
See, for PG admission, there are so many tests we have. GPAT is there, so that sort of exams are there, right?
Diploma in pharmacy also there. For diploma in pharmacy also there was a test, CET. Technical education is going to conducting CET, and then soon after completion of that, they will give the admission for diploma in pharmacy. Without entrance, we won't get a diploma in pharmacy admission.
Right. Okay.
The audience, the question is very clear. Why it is for, why it has implemented for diploma in pharmacy, why not for B pharmacy?
Yeah, this is a good question. Good question. Yes, it may be required. It may be required. For instance, in Europe and America, to get a registered pharmacy certificate, irrespective of your degree, irrespective of university that from you are coming, you have to qualify. Otherwise, your registration cannot be done. A similar thing is now being proposed for diploma students. For degree students, of course, maybe it is not planned. Maybe it may be implemented, maybe later. We don't know. As far as I have no idea about that. But as somebody rightly questioned, it should be there. It should be there. We should propose that. Any more?
And then someone is asking, Mr. Vice Srinivas is asking some question.
No, I want to
ask.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Can you hear me? See, just I want to clear that for the M-Pharma courses I'm telling you. See, after completion of B-Pharma, there is an integrated course. That is totally 5 years B-Pharma will be there.
Yes. M-Pharm, in my opinion,
B-Pharma integrated
personal,
with 1.5 years, not 2 years.
Sir, let me tell you. My opinion about post-graduation.
It has been recommended.
If I am asked to give my opinion on post-graduation courses, I will answer in a different way. Post-graduation courses, a current M-Pharmacy course, somehow I am not in agreement with that. I have my own reservations. But ideally, M-Pharmacy course must be a course with B.Pharm with 1 year extension. B.Pharm course, they complete 4 years, right? 1 year extension of a subject of the choice and the expertise available in the institute, right? Say, for example, number of office seats. It should be based on the skill set available in the institute. Not like 10 seats available, 20 seats available. No. How many professors can offer which course, right? Pharmaceutical chemistry, somebody is offering. I say there are 2 experts. You give 4 students. Let them do after B.Pharm 1 year of study and research. 1 year is enough. 5-year program will complete a post-graduation, in my opinion. Right? 1 semester study, 1 semester research. In my opinion, that is, I personally feel that should be proposed. That's why I did not speak much about post-graduation program at all. Yeah, that's one. Currently, what is being practiced, I have my reservations, I am telling. This is my personal. Okay, sir?
Thank you, sir. Any other questions from audience, participants?
Sir, there is one more question.
Thank you.
So what,
Good. Yeah.
what is the current status and future for B pharmacy? What is the current status
Yes.
and future for B pharmacy?
Yes. Madam, student, since I am asking you, you are the moderator, madam. It's a good question. B.Pharm students, currently, they are employable. 90% of our students, they are getting jobs. There is, in a way, the thing is today, most private pharmacy college students are saying they are not coming to college, they are doing some job. I don't know why. That is the dearth in the qualified students in industry. That's why they're going and joining. Right? And of course, some colleges are offering them pharmacy course also, while they are doing job. Of course, this is, I am not making it an official statement because nobody will agree to that.
Purely
Officially, that's why I'm not going into that. But
Yes.
B.Pharm students' current status is good. Only thing is, the practical skills have to be acquired. I strongly advise one program for all B.Pharm students. Please do apprentice programs which are available in pharmaceutical industry, which is for which B.Pharm 4th year, 2nd semester students are eligible. Your project work, which is given in the 8th semester, those students should go for apprenticeship, and whatever subjects are given, they can be taken online, and 6 months of 1 semester of B.Pharm and extended by 1 year, one semester. The apprentice program is for 1 year, and the apprentice program is supported by Government of India. Government of India will pay 8,000 rupees. Industry will pay 8,000 rupees. 16,000 rupees will be paid for apprentice student, for B.Pharm students. If I am correct, around 15 or 16,000 being offered. And that I strongly recommend to students who are going for industry, who are choosing for industry. I think that is the best option. In fact, PCI has got the you can see in the skill development and the what is that, apprentice programs. B.Tech final year students are not eligible, but B.Pharm final year students are eligible. 8th semester students are eligible for that. We get a 6 months benefit by that. After doing for 1 year apprenticeship, they can either continue in this if they want, or come out with those skills and they get employment elsewhere. That option is there. And current status is good. Employment is also quite good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, there is one more question.
Okay, fine.
Can I go ahead? Okay. Why PCI are giving 100 students approval to the college? Because it creates rush in the laboratory for learning and practical purposes.
I am not authorized to speak on behalf of PCI, right? And for 40 long years or 30 long years, I taught as a pharmacy teacher. Our strength was only 40. At the best, 60. Never I took any class for 100 students. 100 students taking a class becomes a public meeting. It's not a class, right?
Shall I answer for this?
Maybe some senior teachers may answer.
No.
You want to
I want to answer for this question.
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Devraj, are you audible, Mr. Devraj? Yeah, PCI is giving 100 students approval to colleges, and then PCI never asked it to conduct 100 students in one classroom. They asked it to divide two sections. Think that it is in section A and section B. And then if you are going to divide in the 100 students in two sections, so batch-wise strength is only 25 in practicals. So whereas if you are going to conduct in 60 students, the batch-wise student strength is 30, plus lateral entry is 3, and then 33. If anybody failed backlog students, that 33 plus and plus. Whereas in case of the 100 intake, if you are going to having 100 intake, for theory section, you have to divide two sections. For practical, there will be 4 sections. A, B, C, D, like that. So there will not be rush, but there will be an hard workload is more to the teachers.
Yes.
But we are not going to dilute in the profession. This is my opinion. It is purely my opinion. Yeah. Mr. Devraj, might be you understood my question. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There is one more question from DS Charan, sir.
Yeah, please.
With respective to exit exam proposal for B Pharmacy, will it questions and reflects the quality of education taught by pharmacy educational institutions?
No.
Yeah, if a national exam is there, definitely there will be improvement, madam. I feel there will be definitely an improvement. I personally vote for that. There should be watch for that, because a national examination will certainly take care of certain things, and students will be prepared for that. And you can expect some better quality at the end of that. We can expect.
Hope sir answered all the questions. Thank you so much, sir, for the effective session and answering all the queries patiently. And now I request Mrs. B. Shravanti madam to convey a vote of thanks to Raghuram sir. Madam, over to you.
Thank you, madam.
Let me tell you, madam, at the end, just a minute. I'm extremely sorry.
Yes, sir.
I'm extremely sorry for some technical things. Sometimes there was a failure, cut, and all these things. I'm happy that many, of course, our 80 plus people are faculty members and students maybe are included. I'm very happy for their patience, because I really troubled them with some connection problem and discussion. Initially also, I had to come out of an official meeting and sit for this Zoom meeting and all that. There was some inconvenience. I regret for that, and I appreciate your patience. Thank you very much.
No, sir. All are from faculty only. There was no students, sir. All
Good,
are faculty.
Good. All are faculty. I'm really very happy. I'm really very happy. You can reach me. My mail ID is given. Otherwise, you can note raghumed@kakatiya.ac.in. I request Vijay to, while giving the, I think I have given in my presentation also my mail ID. Let them answer question. And I was to tell something about innovation and incubation. We are doing our K-Hub in Kakatiya University is giving options for those innovations and startups. We are nurturing them. We are trying to help them. If any option, even any innovations or startups ideas are there, please forward to K-Hub. We will take care and we will try to encourage and nurture all those things and going by business model and entrepreneurship. We are trying to help in that way, right? This is my message. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shravanti.
Thank you, sir. So I, Shravanti, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacy, KGR ITM. It's my privilege to propose oath of thanks to Professor Raghurama Rao, sir. Sir, it was really an informative session we had today. Thank you for sharing your valuable time and your experiences with us. The role of, you highlighted many points. From that, I would like to quote some. The role of teachers in cultivating the creative thinking, social thinking, emotional thinking, the importance of vocational mode of education and training, the futures of NEP 2020, detailed description regarding pharmacy curriculum, multidisciplinary components, and the subjects to be chosen by the students, final year students, for their future career development. And this was very interesting topic today we have in the session. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your valuable time and your experiences. It was really informative session. Thank you, sir.
So nice of you, kind for your kind words. Thank you so much. So nice.
Thank you, sir.
Am I permitted to leave, Mr. Dr. Vijay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. So nice of you. Right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. So welcome, everyone. Now I'm happy to have the chance to introduce the speaker of the second session, Mr. G. Sai Rajesh, sir. Sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Sir is a lecturer in pharmacy, Government Polytechnic College, Visakhapatnam, AP. Sir has previously worked as assistant professor at GPRCP, G. Pullareddy College of Pharmacy. Sir has worked under Richard Glennon, the author of William Foy, in Virginia Commonwealth University. Sir is currently pursuing PhD in Andhra University. So apart from that, sir is having a sir is a YouTube educator, a teacher not only by a profession, but also a passionate YouTube educator. Sir has around 14.9K subscribers and has around 877 videos. So the videos are all for competitive exams like GPAT, NIPER, PG-CET, Drug Inspector exams. So sir has experience in certificate courses from Coursera. So sir has earned course completion certificates from economics, microeconomics, economic policy making as well. So apart from that, sir is a recipient of many achievements. Sir has been selected twice in APP SE exam, qualified SET exam in chemical sciences. Sir is a qualified GPAT. Sir has qualified GPAT with 94.96 percentile, and sir is a state first rank of APR Set 2021. Thank you, sir, and welcome back to the session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the nice introduction, Shilpika. At the outset, I would like to thank KGR Institute and Professor Vijay Kumar sir for having me here. Very good evening, all. The moment sir asked me to take a session on this particular FDP, I was really excited to join this session. I can see all of the participants are faculty members, as I am. So what I do is can I share my screen? Before starting the session, let me tell you something. If we have any connectivity issues or anything, please leave a message.
Sure, sir.
So that we'll have a proper session. So I will share my screen. Make me co-host so that I can share my screen.
Already made, sir. You can share.
Oh yeah, it's there. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think everyone can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Okay, at the outset, I would like to thank KJR Institute and Professor Vijay Kumar sir for having me here. As I can see, there are very active participants here. I was attending the previous session of Raghuram sir, and all the 80 participants were attentively listening, asking active questions, which is a very good sign. What I do is here, I'm going to present what I have experienced in my teaching career. It is not a session to explain or expound on a particular topic. I'll just share my experience because all of you are my fellow colleagues. And the topic, yeah. See, the topic what I have chosen is the art of teaching. See, every individual has got their unique style. But as I told you, I will share what I have felt the best way to teach for the current generation students. Now, a little bit of introduction other than what Shilpika has told me. See, being teacher is my choice. It is not by chance. I chose this profession because I realized after some time I'm good at teaching, so I wanted this teaching to be my profession. And my passion, profession, both of them are same. And for this, I'm really fortunate to have such a kind of thing. In fact, I follow something from Japanese philosophy called as ikigai. Now, according to that principle, if your passion and profession are same, you will be the happiest person. And fortunately, I have that thing. And the best part is, I have this thing. I always feel learning is fun. That's why, as all the time, many people say that a teacher is a continuous learner, and learning is a fun part for me. And my channel has got this punchline: learning is fun. And I have this YouTube channel. I started this channel to educate and bring awareness about pharmacy profession in our for the pharmacy students. Now, let us get into the topic. Now, see, being a teacher for this generation, the biggest challenge is we are dealing with these kind of students. Some time ago, when we were in colleges, we never had a mobile. We were with books, but nowadays students are with these mobiles. And engaging these young minds is really the toughest challenge now. Now, I'll tell you the other aspect. Now, look at these things. You can see YouTube shorts, TikTok videos, or Instagram reels. When you see the internet, these things are the most popular one. There is a reason for that. You know why these are very popular? The biggest reason is their time duration. All these are very short time one. YouTube short is only for 1 minute. TikTok videos less than 1 minute. Instagram reels also very short one. Now, why these are popular is all the present generation youth stick to this thing, and that gives some information about their minds and their memory. Their attention span is very less. That is the reason why the short videos are very popular. In fact, when I started my channel 2 years ago, I used to upload 8 to 10 minutes of videos. But now I moved on to only YouTube shorts. The video length is only 1 minute. I just explain a question in 1 minute, that's it. The reason is students could not sustain their attention for a longer period of time. In this scenario, we need to take a class of 1 hour. Mostly it is 50 to 60 minutes, right? So we need to engage them for at least for 1 hour. Now, how are we going to do that? Is it really possible with this current generation? And I think all of you must be realized this: the present generation are a different lot. Some time ago, teacher was considered to be the most respectable human being on the society, especially in Indian society. When I was in my school, not just students, the entire village used to bow down to a teacher. But nowadays, we don't have that scenario. There are a lot of reasons for that, but that respect is not there. In such scenario, engaging the young brains in classroom for 1 hour is really challenging. How can we do that? Let us see these things. So this is what I feel over the period of my experience. This is what I chalked out the ways to engage the minds. The first one I call it as teaching with tales of stories. See, yesterday I have attended the first session. The Zah was talking about the effect of stories on students. I do really believe this. And how we are going to apply this for pharmacy education, let me explain that. And the next thing, what I call it as relating with real life. We can relate all the pharmacy subjects and concepts with the real life. That may bring back the student mind to the classroom. The last one is connecting all the concepts. We'll see one by one. Let us go with the first one. Now, teaching with the tales. Now, see, some time ago, there is a pan-India movie called Pushpa. I think most of you might have watched it. You know, in that movie, a particular song caught my attention. The song is in Telugu. I think it is translated to other languages is also there. The song says, "Veluturu tintadi aaku, aakunu tintadi meka, mekanu tintadi puli, idi kadara aakali." Now, what it says is, see, leaves will eat sun rays. So literally, he's talking about photosynthesis. Again, he says leaves are eaten by sheep. He's talking about herbivores. Again, he says sheep is eaten by tiger. He says carnivore. Literally, the song is talking about an 8th class science lesson. So I was wondering, if a song can do that, why can't we do this? Is it possible to do that? Let us look at this. Now, see, the most popular drug in the national products is the digitalis purpurea. Now, see, as I told you, we can engage the students by telling them some stories. The stories are related to pharmacy. You can include your subject in the form. You can give our subject in the form of a story. Let me tell you this. See, the advantage with our subject is every word, every term, every plant name tells a story. Let us look how it is. Now, see, digitalis, we all know it is called as digitalis purpurea. There is a reason behind, a story behind that particular name. Digitalis indicates digits. Digits means fingers. So when you see the plant, all the flowers appears like fingers. That is the reason why it has got the name digitalis. Purpurea because they are in purple color. So literally the name talks about how the plants look, what is the shape of the flower is, how the flower look, and what is the shape of the color of the flower is. So digitalis purpurea, the story behind that is it appears like fingers and it is in purple color. You know, the common name for this, purple fox glove. See, gloves has got these fingers and the flowers are like these fingers, hence it has got the name glove. Why fox glove? Because the flowers were growing near to the fox dens. So people thought it is growing near the fox dens, hence it has got the name fox glove. See, the story will not end here. You have something else is there. It belongs to family called as Scrophulariaceae. When you see the word origin, the reason why it is put in Scrophulariaceae is it is used to treat a particular disease called as scrofula. You know, when you do a search, it tells scrofula is a disease with a lot of symptoms. The major symptom is swelling. What is swelling is also known as? Swelling is also known as inflammation. Anything else is there? It is also known as edema. You know, what are the two most popular edemas? Peripheral edema and pulmonary edema. Both of them are symptoms of congestive heart failure. You know what? This drug is used to treat congestive heart failure. That is the reason why it is in the family Scrophulariaceae. So this is the story behind the name and the family. See, I'm just taking a particular case. You have this with each and every plant, every family. So when we include such kind of thing, it may bring the attention of students, and they may get excited to know all these facts, and that's how we can engage them in a class of 50 to 60 minutes of period. Now let us see one more example. This is my favorite one. It is called as, you know, we all know about Atropa belladonna, the plant which gives atropine. Now again, the name has got a lot of meanings. Atropa is Atropis is the Greek goddess of death. It is known that she takes away human being's life. Why the name is given to this plant? The reason is, you know about atropine. Atropine is an anticholinergic agent. What are the cholinergic responses? Salivation, lacrimation, urination, digestion, and defecation. So these are all the cholinergic responses. There was an experiment which is conducted on plant to see which autonomic nervous system is essential for survival. We have two systems are there: sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system, you have adrenaline, noradrenaline is there. Parasympathetic, acetylcholine is there. Now, for survival, what is required is parasympathetic nervous system. The reason is you have digestion is there. Without digestion, you don't get energy. If you don't have energy, you can't survive. If you remove sympathetic system for some time, frogs survive. But you remove parasympathetic system, you cannot survive. What is atropine doing? Atropine is an anticholinergic. It is blocking the cholinergic responses. If these responses are blocked, what might happen? It may cause death. That is the reason why it has got this name ectropus. Because if someone takes this too much, that may cause death of that particular subject. To indicate that, it has given the name ectropa. This is fine. What about belladonna? When you see in Hyderabad, there are certain beauty parlor named as La Bella Damsam, La Bella. Bella means beautiful lady. Why it has got this name, beautiful lady? You know about atropine. What is the effect of atropine on the human eye? It causes mydriasis. What is mydriasis? Pupil dilation. What it has to do with beauty? Understand this: when people have big pupils, they appear beautiful. This is the reason why very young children, kids, if you look into their eyes, look into their face, they have big pupils and they appear beautiful. So in 18th century itself, European women realized this and they started putting these drops in their eyes to appear beautiful. To indicate that beautiness, it has got this name belladonna. So this is the story behind Atropa belladonna. Atropine, because you take too much of atropine, people will die. It causes death. Belladonna, the atropine drops will make you beautiful, hence it is called as belladonna. So this is the story. See, I'm just taking two of the examples from pharmacognosy. It will not end with pharmacognosy. Look at these words. See, diabetes mellitus, diuretics, diaphoresis, adiabatic process. What is common in all these things? Dia is common. Now, what is this dia talking about? We all studied in mathematics about diameter. Diameter is a line passing through a circle. So dia means literally means passing through. In all these terms, you see this word. Now, what is this dia doing here? Diabetes mellitus means dia means passing through, betis means human body, and mellitus means sweet. So what we pass urine. So diabetes mellitus literally means passing sweet urine. The word itself indicates your people are passing sweet urine. Mellifluous speech means honey-like speech. So this indicates, diabetes mellitus indicates passing sweet urine. See, once you understand this term, you get the entire pathophysiology of the disease. Why it is sweet? Sorry. Now see, why it is sweet? It is sweet because in the urine they have glucose. From where they get this glucose in urine? From the blood. That means in their blood, there is an excess amount of glucose is there. The excess amount of glucose is called as hyperglycemia. Again, look at this word. See, every word talks a story. Hyper means excessive. Glyce means glucose. Emia means blood. In the blood, excess levels of blood is there. What is excess? More than what is optimal is. 90 to 120 milligrams of glucose per deciliter is normal. If anything more than that is considered as hyperglycemia. Now, what happens with this? This excess glucose goes to urine. From the urine, because in urine there is a lot of glucose is there, that causes osmotic gradient, pulls lot of fluid, urine volume increases, and it results in polyuria. Polyuria means excessive urination. The moment body is losing a lot of water, what happens? People get dehydrated. That causes polydipsia. Dipsia means what? Thirst, increase in thirst. See, people are losing glucose from the body. When glucose is gone, people do not have enough energy. They feel like eating more food to get the energy. That means they eat a lot. That is called as polyphagia. Now look at this. With this single word, you can get what is the sign, what all the symptoms are there. This is the beauty of our pharmacy. You take a term, you spin a story, you get entire details. So this is about a pathophysiology word. Now, what are this? This is a class of drugs. Again, dia means passing through. What is passing? Urine is passing through. So the agent which increases urinary outflow is called as diuretic. The word itself will tell you what does it mean. Again, diaphoresis. Again, dia is there. Excessive sweat is called as diaphoresis. So sweat is passing through the body. Right now, look at this. This is a physics term which we have studied in from the schooling itself. Adiabatic process. Now we have seen dia means passing through. The moment a is there as a prefix, what does it indicate? Not passing through. What is not passing through? Heat is not passing through, or matter is not passing through. In a process, if heat and matter is not being exchanged with the environment, it is called as adiabatic process. We all use this flask to drink tea, coffee, or hot water, whatever it is. And that flask works with the principle called adiabatic process. Why? It is not losing its heat. If it loses heat, it will cool down. No, you take the flask till 10 to 12 hours, it retains the heat. Why? Because it is not exchanging the heat with the environment. And that is what we call it as adiabatic process. So the word will tell you the entire concept. See, I'm giving some of the example. I started with pharmacognosy and then we moved on to pathophysiology and then pharmacology. Everything is there. You take any basic word, the term itself will tell you a story. See, we all studied about atoms in our school, right? All school children will give you a standard definition. An indivisible particle is what is called as atom. But look at the word. It is derived from A and Tommy. Tommy is like hysterectomy, vasectomy. Tommy means to cut. A cut means cannot be cut. What cannot be cut? Atom. Indivisible means that cannot be cut. If we explain the word in a particular manner that encourages students to learn the concept and brings them some interest in the topic. See, I'm quoting few of them. This is what I usually do in my class. You take any word, you take any process, there is a story behind it. You can easily ping onto the story so that you can get attention of the students. Now look at this. Paracetamol has got a big history. During Corona, Indians popped hell lot of paracetamol. There is a record sales for paracetamol. So paracetamol is called as Dolo. Again, the brand has got a story. Why it is called as Dolo? In Latin terms, we have something called as dolore argenti. When inflammation is there, you see certain symptoms like collar, rubor, tumor, dollar. What is this dollar? See, you have dollar here, dollar here, dollar here. This is not an American dollar. What does it indicate? This dollar indicates pain. Dolo relieves pain. That's why it has got a Dolo name. Paracetamol, you take paracetamol. Why? Why do we take that? To get relief of pain, to get relief of inflammation, to get relief from fever. So it relieves pain, hence it is called as Dolo, Dolo 650 mg. Dollar argenti, when pain is there, severe pain is there. Now here, see, this is the inflammation signs. Collar, this is derived from a word calorie, increasing heat. Rubor is from redness. You have redness. Tumor, swelling is there. Dollar, pain is there. And functional loss is there. All of them are symptoms of inflammation. So every word is derived from something, and if we know that, it generates a lot of curiosity. The very popular brand we all see is Viagra, right? You know the history of Viagra? It is derived from a Sanskrit word Viagra. Viagra means tiger. People thought when people take Viagra, they become tigers. They perform like tigers, hence the word Viagra. Every word has got a meaning. In pharmacology, we read certain anticoagulants like warfarin. Warfarin again has got a lot of meaning behind that. Wisconsin Alumni Research Foundation and coumarin derivative. There is a university in Wisconsin and it has got an alumni, and they have started a research foundation, and that is what is WARF is, Wisconsin Alumni Research Foundation, and it is a coumarin derivative, hence it has got adding. You name it, you will have a story behind it. In fact, we all use nylon threads. Nylon is derived from two words, New York and London. Two of the scientists from New York and London made that thread, hence it is called as nylon. In fact, we all, when there is a wound or injury, we use gauze. Gauze is developed from Gaza. Right now, it is a war-torn country. Israel is attacking Gaza, and that people from Gaza developed this one, hence they named it on their country, gauze. Even in atomic table, we have polonium is there. Polonium, that atom is discovered by Madame Curie, and she is from the country Poland. To give credit to her country, she made that atom name as polonium from Poland. So this is what it is. Every atom, every term tells you a story. And these things, I think this is what generates curiosity in the students. So see, I'm just quoting some of them because there is no end to this. So the first technique, what I see, which can draw the attention of student is telling the stories. Every word, every term will tell you a story like this. Okay. Now let us go to the next thing. Next technique, what I follow is relating to real life observations. Observation is what made many scientists, be it Einstein, be it Newton or Alexander Fleming, all of them, their keen observation has made them very good scientists. Let us see what happens in this. See, every day this is a common phenomenon in our household things. Rice, you can cook it in an open vessel or we can cook it in a cooker. When we cook it in a cooker, it cooks in less time, in 15 minutes. Why is it so? See, usually the water boils at 100 degrees, right? When you cook rice in an open vessel, water boils at 100 degrees. Whatever the thermal heat is there from the water, it is given to the rice grains and rice cooks. But when you put it in a cooker, when the water is under pressure, when high pressure is there, water will not boil at 100 degrees. It boils more than that. You know, in physical pharmacy, there is a term for this. What is that? Boiling point elevation. Oh, colloidal properties. This is what we call boiling point elevation occurs when you add a solute, it increases the boiling point. Or when you put pressure, it increases the boiling point. That is what is called as boiling point elevation. When the rice is cooked in this cooker, it boils at 121 degrees. So 100 degrees water will give certain amount of thermal energy, whereas 121 degrees water will give higher amount of thermal energy. That is the reason why it cooks faster. You see these things, 121 degrees centigrade and 15 minutes. Does it sound similar to you? You know, we all use certain techniques for sterilization, right? In sterilization, one of autoclave uses the same temperature. So autoclave, this is what happens in every day in our houses. Our mothers do the autoclaving every day. The rice what we eat is from sterilization. The same thing is there. The boiling point elevation is nothing but the same phenomenon. What happens in our house, we don't observe, we don't correlate. That is physical pharmacy. That's it. Now, let me tell you this thing. You know, I'm from a small village wherein in those days, my mother used to sterilize water by putting a vessel on the stove. And you know, the water used to boil. It was a fun part for me in my childhood because when sometimes the water used to fall down on this, and you know, suddenly the flame gives different colors. I was wondering why it is giving different colors, and it was a fun to watch me all those things. I joined in B Farm in first year inorganic chemistry. The first experiment was something called as flame test. You take a sample on a spatula, you put it on the flame, and you see different colors, and you say what all the ions present are there. I told my sir, this is what my mother was doing in my childhood for water sterilization. He said, what was that? You know, see, the principle is same. If the water has got sodium ions, it falls onto the flame, it gives yellow color. If the water has got calcium, it falls on the flame, it gives brick red color. The same thing, if your sample has got sodium, you put it on the flame, it gives yellow color. If the sample has got calcium, you put it on the flame, it gives red color. So this is what happens in most of the villages. People use that sterilization technique. You just observe it. So I went back to my home and I told my mother, Amma, you are doing sterilization, you are doing flame test every day. Now, let us see something else. Now look at this. See, I stay in Vizag wherein people love to get into the beach. So even I love to get into the beach. After coming out of the beach, this is what we see with our fingers. So now understand this, what is happening there? The wrinkles, why we are getting, it is not, see, even you put your hand in a plain water, you have these wrinkles. But you get to the beach, the wrinkles are more prominent. The reason is in the beach, you have sodium chloride is there. And the sodium chloride concentration is high and it is a hypertonic solution. So your body is exposed to hypertonic solution. The moment your body is exposed to hypertonic solution, water loses from your body and goes to the sea. When water loses from our body, goes to the sea, you get these wrinkles. And technically, this is called as crenation. This is what we read it in osmosis. Many of the students has got doubts. What happens when red blood cell is in hypotonic solution, or what happens when red blood cell is in hypertonic solution? You just think about what happens when you get into your beach. You are exposed to hypertonic solution. Water goes to the beach. That is the reason why you have these wrinkles. If you put your fingers in hypotonic solution, water comes to your hand and you see the swelling. That is the difference. So this is called as crenation. Now see, these are all natural things, day to day, every day happens in and around us, but we fail to connect with our subject. Everything can be connected. Not just this. Now, see this slide I was talking about pharmaceutics. This is about physical pharmacy. This is about pharmaceutics. This is about inorganic. Let's move on to hardcore chemistry. You know, meditation. See, nowadays, the very popular thing is doing yoga and meditation, which is very good. But the problem comes when meditation produces meditation will give you moksha, meditation will give you energy. Is it because of irritation? When people do meditation, they calmly inhale a lot of oxygen.
Sir, your voice is not clear. It's breaking. Excuse me, sir.
You will be getting more amount of breathing. What happens when you have more breathing? You will have more energy. So technically, it is not exercise, it is biochemistry, but it is not really
Sir, your
Master,
voice.
your voice is not audible.
correlate that, but it is pure biochemistry. Science.
Master,
Let us look at other things.
Rajesh
We
Garu.
get into the sun. Sir, any problem?
Yeah, voice is not audible, sir.
Am I audible? Am I audible, sir? Am I audible?
Hello? No, sir.
Okay. I don't know. Sometime. The connection and everything sounds good, but still it's not clear yet. Is it clear now, or still we have a problem? Yeah, is it clear? Okay, okay. Thank you. I'll get back to my presentation. Sorry for the technical glitch. Okay. Okay. So we were I was discussing about this. Okay. So whatever the meditation, whatever the energy what we expect is only because of this amount of oxygen which gets ATP and that generates energy. So this is pure biochemistry. This is what happens. When we read about oxidative phosphorylation, the oxygen ATP will get phosphorylated and we get ATP, and that is what gives us energy. And this is what happens during meditation. Okay. So let us look at another phenomenon. See, when people get exposed to sun, this is what happens. Usually redness is seen, and if it goes for a longer period of time, people get tan. That is the phenomenon. Why do people get this redness? See, the reason why people become red is because of vasodilation. The blood vessels will dilate. Why do they dilate? Because the sun excess heat is there. We need to maintain 37 degrees of centigrade body temperature. If you increase the heat, that is dangerous. When blood vessel is dilated, from the blood, heat escapes easily. Diffusion of heat is possible. That is the reason why the moment you get in the sun, immediately body losses skin temperature. Opposite happens when you get exposed to cold weather. In winter, we all get pale in color. Why? That was the constricts to retain the heat in the body. ఇప్పటికి ఇంకా బ్రేక్ అవుతుందా సిగ్నల్ కనెక్షన్ అంతా క్లియర్గానే ఉంది ఓకే డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి కనెక్ట్ అవనా Yeah, am I audible now? Is it is the voice is clear now?
Yes, sir, it is clear now.
Now it is clear. Okay. Okay then. Let me share it again. Okay. Yeah, you can see the screen now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I was explaining about this meditation, and let us get back to this one, the effect of sun. See, the moment we get into the sun, we all see a kind of redness on the face. If it is for a prolonged period, we see tanning on the face. Now, let us understand what is happening. The moment we go to the sun, the body temperature may rises. See, body needs to maintain a constant temperature, 37 degrees centigrade. If excess heat is there, it has to be lost through vasodilation. Blood vessels dilate so that diffusion of heat becomes possible and easy. That is the reason why we all become redness. When blood vessels dilate, what happens? Excess blood flows and we see this redness. The opposite happens in winter. In winter, there is a paleness of face is there. Why? All the blood vessels will constrict to retain the heat to the body. Now, if excess time is there, we all become tanned, the color will get changes and everything. Now, technically, what is happening? See, the sun rays are interacting with human skin. There is an interaction of electromagnetic radiation with skin. Skin is a matter. Does it sound familiar? Interaction of electromagnetic radiation with matter is what is called as spectroscopy. So we all read with big definition analysis, and that is what happens when you get into the sun. If we analyze what all the changes happened in the skin due to electromagnetic radiation exposure, that is what becomes spectroscopy. Simple thing, the pharmaceutical analysis topic talks about this. You radiate with certain amount of radiation to molecules, there occur certain changes. Based on the changes, we find out what kind of a functional group is there, and that is what a spectroscopy is. Now, let us see the volumetric analysis thing. This is even more interesting. See, we all did this titration experiments right from the intermediate. You take a sample, you do titration, you put an indicator. At certain pH, the indicator changes the color. Now, what is happening? See, when pH is not changed, there is no color is there. When you change the pH, suddenly the indicator gives a color. Now, what has happened? There is no color means the absorption is not in visible region. It is in UV region. When it is showing color means that indicates the absorption is in visible region. What is this called? In spectroscopy, we call it as a blue shift. You changed into visible spectra bathochromic shift. And why the shift has occurred? Because there occurred certain changes in indicator. What are the changes in indicator? Extensive conjugation has happened. And that extensive conjugation has reduced the gap between HOMO and LUMO. Because the gap between HOMO and LUMO is reduced, it can absorb visible radiation. The moment it absorbs visible radiation, it shows some color, and that is what gives indicator this color. So this is the theory behind that indicator, and which goes back to spectroscopy as well as organic chemistry. This is what we do in practical, but we don't correlate all these things. So see, my point here is day to day, we observe a lot of things. We see a lot of things which has a lot of relevance with our pharmacy subject. And this is what I call it as learning from observation, right? Now, the last one is connecting the concepts. Again, I go back to the first thing. See, the natural source for all our life is sun. From the sun rays, the plants will photosynthesize and produces carbohydrates. And they store carbohydrates. They store it in seeds, they store it in stems, they store it in roots or underground. Now, look at the problem. All these are called as primary metabolites in the plants, right? They are making for their survival, and we are taking them. Sugarcane, we drink it as a juice. Beetroot, we put it in vegetables. Potatoes, we eat it as chips, we make curries. And this is the staple food for all of us. Now, there is a problem for plants. They are trying hard to make carbohydrates from the sun rays, photosynthesis, but we are using it. You know, in intermediate BiPC, we have certain lessons called as root modification and shoot modification. Physically, there occur certain changes in plants for their survival. That is physical changes. But plants do have certain chemical changes also. They have come up with a plan. What if this carbohydrate is coupled with a harmful molecule? The moment it is converted into a harmful molecule, we or animals don't touch it. And that came secondary metabolites. I'm giving one example. Again, we'll go back to digitalis. You have digoxin and digoxin is there. You have sugar molecules are there which are attached with this steroid molecule. A sugar, non-sugar, glycoside. Sugar, we can have it, but when you combine with this non-sugar, it becomes a dangerous, harmful molecule. See, digoxin is a drug in very low doses. We take it in nanograms or micrograms. If someone tries to take it in excess dose, it causes cardiac arrest. So neither animals nor human beings will touch the sugar. So this is what is the idea of the plants. They wanted to save themselves. I'm giving one example. It is not just like that. There are many other functions that there for secondary metabolites, right? So this is the story behind this one. Now, how it is related to connecting the concept, let us see this. Now, how this digitalis is used, as I told you at the beginning, it is used to treat congestive heart failure. Now, what happens in congestive heart failure? Either you have pulmonary edema or you have peripheral edema. When left ventricle failed, it results in pulmonary edema. When right ventricle is failed, it results in peripheral edema. Both of them are signs and symptoms of congestive heart failure. Okay, fine. It is used to treat the disease, but how it is treating? When you see the mechanism of action, digoxin inhibits sodium potassium pump that results in excessive levels of calcium that increases force of contraction of the heart. This is direct action, but it has got an indirect action wherein vagal activity is increased, AV conduction and rate is reduced. See, this is an advantage. Heart rate is reduced, but heart contraction is increased. That means with less energy, heart is functioning more efficiently. That is the reason why digoxin is a very good life-saving drug. Again, from digitalis, we have two drugs are there, digitoxin and digoxin. Look the drug, there is only difference at this OH group. This is what we technically call it as structure-activity relationship. There is a difference in structure and that results in a different kind of action. So digitoxin, digoxin, the difference is only in OH group. That single OH group makes it more water soluble. The single OH group will not allow this drug to cross blood-brain barrier. So that is the reason why digoxin is widely used in digitoxin. Digitoxin, the drug is very potent drug, which has got very low therapeutic index. It has to be used very carefully. If any higher dose, that may cause a lot of damage. So this one is preferred because it is easily water soluble and goes out of the body in a short period of time. But this one stays longer period of time. That single OH is what brings a lot of kinetic changes, right? Now let us see what all things we did. See, I started with pharmacognosy, plants, primary metabolism, secondary metabolism, and then digitalis. And then we went on to see pathophysiology, how, in what disease it can be used, and what all the symptoms of that particular disease is. And then we have seen the biochemical action of the drug. What is the mechanism of action and what happens with that? And then finally, we have seen how it is helping in pharmacology. See, the cardiac output, decreased cardiac output is the cardinal sign in congestive heart failure, and that will be elevated by using digitalis, digoxin. And finally, we have seen the chemistry of digitoxin and digoxin. What happens with this? Now, see, what did we do? We have connected many of the subjects. We started with pharmacognosy, went to pathophysiology, biochemistry, pharmacology, and then finally, medicinal chemistry. See, as a teacher, we are supposed to take many subjects. See, rarely it happens that we teach only one subject. Most of them will be teaching 2 or 3 subjects. So always we can relate one subject to another subject, and that is what increases the curiosity in a student. There is a great speech by Steve Jobs. He said in what Harvard University or somewhere, connecting the dots. The subject, what all things we learn is like dots. But when you connect all of them, you get a proper picture, and that is what gives command over the subject or knowledge. And that's not a rocket science, that is simple thing. If we extend a little bit, we can connect all the subjects and concept, and the benefit is we get highest command and we can pull all the students to our classes with all these exciting. So these 3 things is what I believe with these things we can engage the students. Last but not least, let me tell you about one thing. I agree right now, the students are not as oriented as in the previous generation. Our students are not motivated as in the previous generation. I see a lot of teachers who are very enthusiastic, but because students do not show interest, they slowly tend to lose the interest. It happens. This is the fact right now we are facing it. But let me tell you, still there are students who want to learn. Still there are students who want to excel in their career. Still there are students who want to do good in their life. All these things possible. My observation is still when I started my channel, there used to be very few views. I know this, I have found this, but I know I was not doing it because I just wanted to help just one or two students. Recently, my channel got 1 million views over 2 years. What does it mean? There are students who are paying attention, who are learning from the videos. Means if we explain something, there are students who wanted to learn from that. And in every class, we have this situation. Everywhere, when you go to the class, there are students who will pay attention. There are students who will not pay
Sir,
attention.
voice is not audible, sir.
This is the hardest truth right now. But still, I think we need to focus on the students who give attention to us.
Voice is not clear,
If
sir.
we somehow inculcate all these things, make the topic more interesting, students will definitely get to our classes. This is what
Master, your voice is not audible.
it is not audible.
Master. Hello. Rajesh Garu, your voice is not audible. Rajesh.
Am I audible now? No, still not. So you can't hear me now? Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, is it audible now?
Now it is
Hello,
audible.
am I audible now?
Now it is audible, sir.
Okay, okay. Sorry about that. Let me share this. Okay, see, what all the things I just wanted to explain, I just explained it. Yeah, this is what is the last slide. So I believe connecting all the subjects will bring a lot of interest in students. And once they get interested in the topic, they'll pay attention, and it becomes easy for us to engage in our class, whether it is 50 minutes or 60 minutes, whatever it is. So I strongly feel, see, in my teaching career, these all the things are what made me a kind of interesting teacher. So I feel all my experiences will help you in a better way. I'm sorry for the internet issues. Uh, I think if you want me to repeat anything, I can do it now, or if you have any questions, you can ask me now. Yeah, hello. Any questions are there? Just last it. Okay, sure. Why not? Okay, see, the last thing what I was talking is, see, till now what we have seen is we have seen how plants make the primary metabolites and how the secondary metabolites are come. This part relates to pharmacognosy. And then we have seen how this digitalis can be used to treat a disease called congestive heart failure and what is there in congestive heart failure. And this part relates to pathophysiology. And then we have seen the mechanism of action of digitalis, how it acts, and what is the primary action and the secondary action are there. And they are related to biochemistry. And finally, we have seen how this can be used to treat the disease, and this is related to pharmacology. In congestive heart failure, the major problem is the decreased cardiac output. And when the calcium is there, cardiac output increases, then that is how the drug can be used to treat congestive heart failure. And finally, we have seen the chemistry, like, a single OH group change is what changes a lot. Because of the presence of the OH, it makes more water soluble. If it is more water soluble, it will be excreted in sooner way. And as I told you, digoxin is very low therapeutic index drug. So it is very toxic. So we need to get a drug which can go out of the body easily. If it stays for a longer period of time, it may cause a lot of problems. In that case, digoxin is a good drug when compared with digitoxin. So that is the reason why, based on the chemistry, digoxin is used. So this part is related to medicinal chemistry. Now see the entire progress. We started from pharmacognosy, then went on to pathophysiology, then to biochemistry, then pharmacology, and then to medicinal chemistry. This is what I call it as connecting all the concepts or connecting the subjects, in fact. So when we can do this, it creates a kind of interest in students, as far as my experience. Even for us also, it gives a kind of satisfaction to connect all these things. So this is what connecting the dots and getting the entire knowledge and command over the subject. So this is what I just wanted to say. Yeah, anything else? Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Small
Yeah,
question.
I'm
from
sorry,
my side.
Shilpika. I think we had some technical problems are there. I don't know.
Okay, sir. So small question from my side.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Sir, as explained by you, like you have
Yes.
taken two drugs and you have explained about the digitalis and atropine. So,
Yeah.
like I'm from pharmacognosy department. So
Oh,
we
cool.
have got so many secondary metabolites to explain. Like we have got
Yes.
alkaloids, glycosides,
Yes.
tannins, resins, everything. So will like in practical, will that be possible to explain all the secondary metabolites in short span of time? Like in the semester wise, we'll be, rushing up like with the syllabus and with the completion of syllabus. So
Yeah, that is true. Okay,
scenario.
Shilpika, let me tell you two things. As a teacher, what I have realized is, see, we read extensively to get command over the subject, but never try to explain each and everything to the student, because they will get confused if they don't have enough maturity to understand all those things. Let me tell you one by one. See, as a teacher, we get some kind of experience and we read a lot and we get a lot of comment. Our job is to simplify the concept, present them so that they will understand in an easy way. Second thing, the reason why I'm talking about all the stories is that will bring back their attention. They will be interested in our class, but we cannot keep on tell all the stories to them. So you need to start, for in essay writing, we call them as a hook. If someone wants to read your essay, the starting para should be very interesting. That is called as a hook. Similarly, as a teacher, when you go to a class, if everyone wants to listen to your class, you need to start with a story. Everyone will listen to you, and then slowly go to the real subject, explain them what is required for the examination. And this is what I use whenever I feel students are getting diverted. Give them a story. They will come back to your class and then tell them what is required for the exam. See, the basic purpose of a student is they want to learn for the purpose of examination. So that is their primary aim. For us also, it is the primary aim. So get them back with a story and then explain the things which are required for the board examination. And this is what I do. As you said, it is not possible to explain each and everything. But to certain extent, see, the moment you say alkaloids, it is derived from the word alkali, basic in nature. Some are poisonous, not everything. So the word indicates that. So that gives some idea to them, and then you can proceed with that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So any other questions from any of the participants?
Yeah, I think it's already late in the evening. 2 sessions are done. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So thank you, sir. I feel privileged to convey my vote of thanks to Mr. Sai Rajesh, sir. Sir, you have clearly explained about us the art of teaching. So how to engage the young minds, that is the students, using the methods like telling the stories and relating with the real life, that is learning with observation and connection or connecting the concepts. That was a very informative session, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I thank all the participants. I could see the messages. Thank you. It's a great privilege for me to be a part of this FDP. I should personally thank Vijay Kumar sir and Shilpuka for reminding me. Almost it's been a decade time back we met in the college, and still you remember me as a teacher. That's a great privilege to me. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, then. I'm sorry for the technical glitches. I don't know. Last time it was good, but this time we had a couple of problems. That's a bit disturbing, but I'll try to rectify from the next sessions onwards. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, then.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Now we come to the end of today's session. Please do fill the feedback form, which is present in the chat box. So we will continue the session tomorrow. Thank you.